Father, forgive me, I don't know where to start. I'll keep my voice low, 'cause the church is nearly dark. It's a Tuesday in January, I took the bus alone. The canal was frozen over on the way to find you, Father, on my own. It started with his coat, the gray one on the hook by the door. I went to hang my scarf and something hit me I'd not felt before. Not perfume, not exactly, more like someone else's warm. The ghost of an evening I was never part of, pressed into the wool. He left his phone face down beside the kettle every night. I told myself it was nothing, people do it, that's alright. But I'm the kind of woman who notices the small things always have. The way a Tuesday starts to differ from the way a Tuesday had. He came home on a Saturday, 2 hours past when he said he'd be. Claimed a flat tire on the A57, his hands as clean as company. I smiled and poured the wine and let the subject go to bed. But I took a photograph of nothing, just to calm the thing inside my head. I kept the photos on my phone in a folder with no name. I told myself it was precaution, not the start of some dark game. I told myself I was imagining a story no one wrote. I told myself all evening, Father, even as I checked his code. Father, I'm confessing, but I'm not sure what the sin is yet. Whether it's his or mine or something that we both should just forget. I sat across the table from him 30 nights in a row, smiling like a woman who had nothing left to know. Father, I am telling you what happened piece by piece, because the only place I know to bring this is to you, to ask for peace. I found a receipt inside the pocket of his work coat Thursday week. A restaurant on Beansgate, a table set for two midweek. Sea bass and a bottle of Chablis and something chocolate shared. £43.50, Father, and his name up upon the card. I stood there in the hallway with the paper in my palm. The radiators were clicking, the TV low, the flat was almost calm. He was in the shower, I could hear him humming something soft. I put the receipt back exactly where I found it, and I walked it off. I kept the photos on my phone in a folder with no name. I told myself it was precaution, not the start of some dark game. I told myself I was imagining a story no one wrote. I told myself all evening, Father, even as I checked his code. Father, I'm confessing, but I'm not sure what the sin is yet. Whether it's his or mine or something that we both should just forget. I sat across the table from him 30 nights in a row, smiling like a woman who had nothing left to know. Father, I am telling you what happened piece by piece, because the only place I know to bring this is to you, to ask for peace. There's a particular kind of quiet that moves into a marriage when one of you is keeping something heavy in their luggage. You stop asking certain questions, you stop reaching in the night. You learn to share a bed the way two strangers share a flight. I learned it fast, Father, I am quick at learning things like this. I made his tea the way he liked it, and I swallowed all of this. photographed the receipt. I photographed the calendar. I said nothing at all. I just kept standing at that altar of a marriage that I built with both my hands upon the stone, and wondered if I'd ever really not been standing there alone. There's a question I keep asking that I've not yet put in words, but I'll find it, Father, I'll find it before this chapter's closed. Father, I'm confessing, but I'm not sure what the sin is yet, whether it's his or mine or something that we both should just forget. I sat across the table from him 30 nights in a row, smiling like a woman who had nothing left to know. Father, I am telling you what happened piece by piece, because the only place I know to bring this, the only place is here with you in peace. The canal was frozen on the way here, Father. Everything looks still. I thought about how ice is just water, waiting for permission to break. Father, chapter 2 is where the evidence got proper, not just a feeling and a receipt and a coat. He keeps a shared calendar for work things on his laptop. He leaves it open on the kitchen table when he goes. Every other Thursday, L work 11 to 1. I counted back through 6 months. There she was in every one. Sometimes a note, site visit, sometimes just initials plain. 37 Thursdays, Father. Every other one the same. I started sleeping on my side and facing at the wall. We still said good morning, still passed the salt, still watched the football. I made us sandwiches for work because the habit was too deep. I was living in the architecture of a life that wouldn't keep. Then I found the gift bag on the floor beneath the passenger seat. A perfume, small and gold, the kind you choose for someone specific. I lifted the cap and knew the scent without a label, Father. I'd smelled it on his collar every second week in winter. I sat in the car park outside Tesco with the engine running low, the heater going, radio off, the rain beginning slow. I thought about the woman who had chosen that perfume, and I thought about myself still making sandwiches at noon. Father, I'm confessing, but I'm not sure what the sin is yet, whether it's his or mine or something that we both should just forget. I sat across the table from him 30 nights in a row, smiling like a woman who had nothing left to know. Father, I am telling you what happened piece by piece, because the only place I know to bring this is to you, to ask for peace. I looked up the restaurant on Dean's Gate. On my phone the photos made it look like somewhere people go to not be known. Dim lighting booths, the kind of place where no one asks your name. I found the menu, found the wine list, found the chocolate, all the same. I started keeping a small notebook in my bag, just dates and times I didn't know what I was building, Father. Maybe just the outline of something I could hold in my hand when the moment came to speak, or something I could burn if I decided I was too weak. I sat in the car park outside Tesco with the engine running low, the heater going, radio off, the rain beginning slow. I thought about the woman is to you to ask for peace. There were evenings I would catch him watching me across the room with something near to tenderness or something like it in his eyes, and I would feel the cruelest pull because he was still mine on paper, and the distance I was keeping was invisible in size. I sometimes wondered if he knew I knew, if we were both performing something safe between us, like a truce. Two people in a kitchen with a secret each to keep passing the milk, saying goodnight, not talking in our sleep. There were one or two nights, Father, and I'll say this carefully, where something crossed my mind that had no name yet. Not clearly a thought like, what would it feel like to be somewhere else entirely? Not a plan, not a decision, not a door I meant to open, just the mind of a woman who'd been hollow for too long, doing what the hollow do, testing where the edges are. I mention it because it matters later in the story, Father. It matters later in the song. Father, I'm confessing, but I'm not sure what the sin is yet, whether it's his or mine, or something that we both should just forget. I sat across the table from him 30 nights in a row, smiling like a woman who had nothing left to know. Father, I am telling you what happened piece by piece, because the only place I know to bring this, and this cost me, is to you in peace. 37 Thursdays, now work, a perfume I can still name by smell alone. I kept the notebook, I kept the photographs, I kept showing up at home. Father, the confrontation happened on a wet February night. The radiators were knocking, I turned on every light. Not a candle, not the lamp, I needed it too bright, too plain. I needed both of us to see each other in the ordinary frame. He came in from the hallway, shook the rain off of his coat. The gray one, Father, you'll remember, hung it on the hook I'd grown to dread. I had the notebook on the kitchen table, open to a page, and I just let him see it, didn't raise my voice, felt nothing like my rage. He went through 3 faces in about a minute, maybe less. The first was innocence or something practiced like it, mild protest. The second was a silence that admitted more than language could. The third was something crumbling, and I recognized it, I understood. He said he hadn't meant for it to go the way it had. He said it's complicated twice, Father, twice, as if that's not just sad. He asked me if we could sit down, perhaps tomorrow, talk it through. I picked my keys up from the counter and I told him I'd be back when I was through. I drove to the canal car park on Chester Road alone, sat in the dark with the engine off and the heater going cold. The water didn't freeze that night, it just moved slow and black. I watched it for an hour and a half, and then I drove back. Father, I'm confessing, but I'm not sure what the sin is yet, whether it's his or mine, or something that we both should just forget. I sat across the table from him 30 nights in a row, smiling like a woman who had nothing left to know. Father, I am telling you what happened piece by piece, because the only place I know to bring this is to you, to ask for peace. He was in the kitchen when I came back in, the kettle on. He'd made 2 mugs of tea the way I like it, left the TV on. We didn't shout, "Father, I want you to understand that part." We just sat across the table with the overhead light and 2 cold hearts. He said he'd end it, said it hadn't meant the things I thought it meant. I asked him when he named a date 3 weeks away, and I felt something snap. Not loudly, the way a thread goes, not the way a window breaks. I told him I needed space to think, and quietly I got up from the chair. I drove to the canal car park on Chester Road alone. Sat in the dark with the engine off and the heater going cold. The water didn't freeze that night, it just moved slow and black. I watched it for an hour and a half, and then I drove back. Father, I'm confessing, but I'm not sure what the sin is yet. Whether it's his or mine, or something that we both should just forget. I sat across the table from him 30 nights in a row, smiling like a woman who had nothing left to know. Father, I am telling you what happened piece by piece, because the only place I know to bring this is to you, to ask for peace. I wanna tell you, Father, I was righteous in that moment. I wanna say I handled it the way that good women do, that I kept to my own conscience like a country to its border, that my suffering was clean and that my hands stayed clean too. But you're a priest, and I came here for something true, not beautiful. So I'll say only this: the woman who drove home that night was not the same as the one who'd made sandwiches all winter. Something had been handed back to her, and also lost a light. There's a colleague at my office, Father, name of Marcus, just a name, remember it. He'd been kind for no particular reason, noticed I was fading without asking what it is. He left a coffee on my desk one morning without comment, just a cup, just ordinary kindness, nothing more. But I sat and looked at it for 3 full minutes, Father, because I couldn't think of when I'd last felt that before. I mention him because the story isn't finished, because this isn't only Daniel's sin I'm bringing to your door. Father, I'm confessing, but I'm not sure what the sin is yet. Whether it's his or mine, or something that we both should just forget. I sat across the table from him 30 nights in a row, smiling like a woman who had nothing left to know. Father, I am telling you what happened piece by piece, because the only place I know to bring this, all of it, both of us, is here in peace. The overhead light, the 2 mugs of tea, his face going through its 3 faces, the canal black and slow. Marcus, just a name, a coffee on a desk on a Wednesday. Forgive me, Father, I'm not finished yet. Father, here's the part I haven't said aloud to anyone, the part I drove you through the January cold to finally get done. In the weeks after Daniel, after the overhead light, after the canal, I became a woman moving through her days like moving through a wall. I went to work, I answered emails, I attended every meeting. I ate my lunch at my desk and said I was fine when people were greeting. I slept in our bed still, that's the strange thing, I stayed put. Like a person standing in a house they're not sure they still want. Marcus asked me once, just once, if everything was alright. We were in the car park after work, the sky going dim and white. I said the word not really, and I heard it like it came from somewhere else, like a voice I hadn't used in months, speaking for itself. He didn't push, he didn't pry, he just stood there in the cold. And sometimes that's enough, Father, sometimes that's enough to hold. I don't know how to name what happened over the next 6 weeks, except to say I went somewhere I had no right to be. I am not here to paint it softly or to make myself the saint. I had my reasons, and my reasons don't become excuse. I knew what I was doing even when I told myself I didn't. I knew exactly, Father, I just needed not to lose. Father, I'm confessing, and now I know exactly what the sin is. It's mine, it's his, it's every night I smiled and swallowed it. I sat across the table, judging him in righteous silence, while something in me quietly was learning to forget. Father, I am telling you the whole of it at last. Sin I came to carry in and lay down here and ask. It was 6 weeks, Father, not longer, and I ended it myself. I drove home one evening and I sat the truth down on a shelf. I looked at it clearly, I had done the thing I couldn't forgive. I had crossed the same line I was using to define how I should live. Marcus was kind, I wanna say that, not his cover but his fact. He asked for nothing from me, he accepted where I was at. But I was someone's wife, or trying still to be, or used to be. And the ambiguity of that, it cost us more than I meant it to cost. I am not here to paint it softly or to make myself the saint. I had my reasons, and my reasons don't become excuse. I knew what I was doing even when I told myself I didn't. I knew exactly, Father, I just needed not to lose. Father, I'm confessing, and now I know exactly what the sin is. It's mine, it's his, it's every night I smiled and swallowed it. I sat across the table, judging him in righteous silence, while something in me quietly was learning to forget. Father, I am telling you the whole of it at last. The sin I came to carry in and lay down here and ask. I thought about the woman I was angrier at, Lena. I thought about how easy it had been to place my fury there. Add a name in a calendar, a perfume in a gift bag, add a stranger who had simply wanted what she wanted, fair. And then I thought about myself, the same act, different name, a car park after work instead of Dean's Gate and good wine. And I cannot tell you, Father, that her sin was worse than mine, because I've spent this winter sitting quietly in the same. Daniel and I are still in the flat, We haven't called it anything yet, haven't named it over or undone. We eat at the same table, Father. We still pass the salt, we still leave the television on. Something has been broken, but the shape of it's still standing. I don't know if that's survival or just habit or just fear. I don't know if I want to save it or if I came here just to hear someone confirm the cost is real. But I know I cannot keep the weight of both our secrets anymore. I know I cannot be his judge and keep the verdict off my door. Father, I'm confessing, and now I know exactly what the sin is. It's mine, it's his. It's every cold December night between. I sat across the table and I told myself I was the honest one, while quietly becoming everything I'd feared and seen. Father, I am giving you the whole of it, the real of it, the thing I drove here in the January cold to finally say I don't know what forgiveness looks like for the two of us, but I know I needed someone, Father, just to take it here today. 43 pounds 50 on Dean's Gate, a perfume in a gift bag under a passenger seat, a coffee on a desk on a Wednesday, the canal on a February night, the overhead light, the overhead light. Forgive me, Father, I think we've both been sinning in the dark. I think I needed you to know. I think I need to know. Fade.